Hey guys, welcome to the J and K show. I know we had a few days off there, dealing with family, dealing with life, but we are here for a Tuesday edition of the recap of Week 10. Is it Week 10 now, Jay? Week 10
Unfortunately.
is gone. We're going to recap all Sunday games. We're going to recap Monday Night Football. We aren't going to recap Thursday Night Football because we all saw that it was awful. Uh,
Yeah, and
so for
that's we probably shouldn't do Monday night either. They were both dog shit.
Yeah, but Monday feels more relevant because they're two playoff teams. So it's a little more relevant. But
All
we'll
right.
start with the very, very scary Berlin game. I texted you during the game. I was just like, I am very stressed out right now.
Mm-hmm.
We felt, at least for me, I felt like we were winning in the game. Like every point of the game, I felt like we were winning. I felt like we were on top. We were playing better. And I just kept looking down at the score and I'm like, it says we're losing. I don't understand.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me. I don't know what's been going on with our tackles lately, but they're getting worked, and I mean, it's not like Atlanta's defense is trash. They have really good down linemen, good pass rushers,
Yeah, that's what they
but
have. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm kind of starting to worry a little bit there. It's no secret that we don't have a lot of love for Braden Smith, but um, he really has no excuse. He's a vet. He's been playing a long time, and he's made a lot of money here.
Yeah.
And then Ryman got a big contract, so and up to about week 8, they were playing pretty well, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I mean, they're letting Jones get hit, and I don't like it.
What I will say is when people were saying we are playing a soft schedule, if there was an area where that could be true or show itself, right now the tackles, the offensive line itself, they are not handling the blitz very well. They are not
No.
handling speed around the edge very well. Specifically, I feel like Braden Smith is getting beat a lot, just plain beat,
Yes.
and Ryman is a little bit. Um, and those are guys that are paid fairly well at the tackle position.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a little frustrating to say the least. I would like to see more tight end chipping. I
Yeah.
want to see more running back chipping on the edge. I want to discourage defenses from just trying to blow around the outside because honestly, Highsmith and TJ Watt, that's what they did most of the game. Of course, TJ Watt can bull rush. He's very good at that as well, but it just seemed like they were blowing around the outside. And for the Falcons, I think they're just plain blitzing. They were just like, okay, we're going to outnumber you. We're going to see if Daniel Jones will make a mistake. Daniel, for his credit, he played fairly well. He's going to have to play better within man coverage. He needs to be able to dissect those defenses and know where he's going in 2 seconds. He's going to have to know by the defense which things are going to be a possibility or which things are going to be open. He seems to be kind of waiting too long for it to open up.
Yeah, he did make a couple pretty good throws under duress, though. I'll give him that much.
Yeah.
He That last fourth down conversion to Warren was a dime. That was
I
great.
mean, TJ Warren, Tyler Warren, great fucking catch. Tyler was
He had
just
a couple of them.
I I couldn't. I really, honestly, the way the placement of everything, I thought for sure we weren't going to catch it. I
Mm-hmm.
was unbelievably shocked and pleasantly happy that he caught that ball because normally that ball gets batted out of your hands. You're trying to secure it and he gets knocked away, but he just manned it and took off and got
Mm-hmm.
the first. And I was like, because we probably lose the game if he doesn't catch that ball.
Oh
That's
yeah,
just
for sure, for
right.
sure. Yeah, and what a pick. I'm so glad that he fell to us. Although Loveland is starting now to come on, in Chicago. But
Still not
Warren's been that
one.
guy all year. They've been building Loveland in Chicago.
Yeah.
Warren has been a day one guy.
Yeah.
So, I respect what he's done. He's a former Wolverine, of course. I'm always going to root for him to do good, but I would much rather have Tyler Warren on this team, and I'm so glad we took him.
Yeah, I agree. The fourth downs, bud. That was one of those OG stinking kind of games for a
Yeah, he was
fourth
starting
down.
to piss me off.
It just didn't make any sense, like how aggressive we were being. Why we're taking the ball in Berlin? We drive down the field. We have a solid drive, and we're going for it. I'm like, why don't we just take the field goal? Like, we're in
Yeah.
Berlin. Everyone's jet lagged. Let's play it out a little bit.
Well,
We had a good drive. Instead, we're like, we get nothing. And it's like,
yeah,
well, shit.
that's
And we
where I
did that
was.
twice in the game.
Yeah.
And then later in the game, he finally takes the field goal. And I texted you. I was like, we should be up 5 right now.
We should be up 5. Yeah.
Like, we were down 1.
Yeah.
We should be up 5.
Yeah. Well, when Badgley missed that PAT, that probably made Steichen go, okay, if we're gonna get 4th and 2 or 4th and 1, we're probably gonna go for it. But what I cannot fucking stand is when you run it on 4th and 2 from the pistol or the shotgun.
Yeah.
I cannot stand that shit. But Danny's big enough where he can just throw himself up and we'll get 2 yards. Taylor will get about 2 yards every single time, no matter what. So I don't know why we would throw on 4th down, except for the one to Warren, because we pretty much had to.
Yeah.
But yeah, those early 4th down calls, man, they were giving me 2023 vibes, and I just didn't like it at all. I was like, dude, don't take Badgley's confidence away because he missed a PAT. Show some faith in him. Now, if he goes out there and he chunks a fucking 33-yard field goal, then okay. It's like, dude, all right, we'll go for it on 4th next time.
Yeah.
But he redeemed himself pretty well with his later kicks in the game, so I'm happy he at least did that much.
7 sacks though. Going back to the line, that's 13 sacks in the past 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor bailed us out in this game. It was unbelievable. Our third downs in this game were awful. I mean, I think we were 2 of 12 and they were 0 of 8 on third down. So neither team could keep a single drive going. We did fairly well against London. Congratulations, Sauce Gardner, on his first game with us.
Yep.
He had a couple times where he tripped, but he also about had a big old pick. So you see the potential, and you're just like, man. The only 2 catches he allowed were to London, I believe, and everything else wasn't there. And I think he did a solid job. They even Pro Football Focus said that he was on top of his guys on all of the other plays. There wasn't opportunities there. So I think he's going to, as we see, I actually envisioned in my head Sauce Gardner was going to get a pick in his first game. And I was so disappointed that he in his head, he was just like, oh, man, I had it. Like,
he had it too.
Saw the play coming and he jumped it. And that's exactly how I envisioned it happening. His play recognition, he's going to take something to the house. And I just can't wait for that to happen. I hope it happens.
Yeah. I want it to happen in Indy, though. I want it to be in front of the home crowd.
Yes.
So he can get that. And he gets another bye week, so he gets another week to rest,
Yeah.
So, coming out, I mean, we're going to have, a big challenge coming out of the bye week, too. We got to go to KC, so we're going to need him massively. He's probably going to be shadowing Rashee Rice the whole time, so he's going to have to bring it. And I think he can. But, I mean, you're not going to fully stop Kansas City. But, he'll be a big help. And hopefully we have Ward back then, too. So, it would be nice to see where we stack up against them when we have our full array of guys. Mm-hmm. And we just like their offense against our defense, and our offense against their defense. It's going to be elite versus elite. So
Yes.
it'd be really nice to see where we stand, and if we can got to keep Danny standing up though.
The one thing I
Like you
will
said,
say
I do think that I do like what you said though. I think maybe we should probably bring Ogletree in and help Smith on that right side.
boom.
Get some check because Ogletree, we don't need him to go out and run routes. He just needs, and he's a good blocker, and so is Mo Alley Cox.
Yeah.
So those
I
guys
think
are really good blockers.
you would want him to chip, and when he's
Yeah,
done chipping, he can go out for your
you can
back
go out
your
and leak. Yeah,
yeah, he can leak out. He can be that bailout toss if you have to have it. That would mean you can send Jonathan Taylor if he's out there. You can send him on a little bit deeper route. You can run him a little
hmm
more of a slant across the middle or a little wheel across the. You could send him a little deep if you get a linebacker or something. So you have options where, oh yeah, my Ogletree's my leak out. He's going to be there. He's my dump down.
hmm
Yeah, just somebody to chip. And Warren can chip. He can do it too. It's just
yeah.
slowing those
Just don't
ends
want him
down.
to.
Um, so I'm concerned with the Chiefs game is more primarily how bad they kind of need the game.
Yeah.
I mean, they just lost to Buffalo going into the bye. If they lose, wouldn't they? They're going to be what 5-5 if they lose to us.
Well, they got Denver this week, I think.
That's right.
So
They got Denver over
they'll
by. So if
that'll
they,
be a
I
really
mean, if
good
they beat
game.
Denver, I like our chances against them. But if they're losing to Denver and they're 5-5, I don't. I
Yeah.
worry about the calls. I worry about the motivation. Like they're obviously going to play their asses off if they lose to Denver
Yeah.
because losing to Indy and Denver, that's kind of the cream of the crop of the AFC. There, I mean, then you worry about New England and some other teams. So like, you can't really, if you're the Kansas City, you can't lose to those teams. So the
No.
next 2 weeks for Kansas City, I think they're going to be very hyper focused. These are two
hmm
teams that they need to feel good about playing. If they're going to the playoffs, that they can beat them in the playoffs. They're probably going to play one of us,
Yeah.
so they're going to need to
I
be able to do it.
yeah, and I don't bet against Andy Reid off a bye ever. So I
Yep.
think they're going to come. I think they're going to work Denver, but
Yeah,
um, that kind of does get me a little bit worried. Also, if they come out and they just demolish Denver, and they're going to be really, really confident, and then coming into the game against us, they feel like they can run whatever they want. But
yeah,
we've actually had recent pretty good luck against Kansas City, and with not the best teams that we've had. So
true.
I don't mind it. The only difference, I don't like it being in Arrowhead. So
Yeah,
um, that's the only thing that I have. If they're coming here, then we play them really well. And I mean,
yeah,
we've even played them really well at Arrowhead, but it hasn't been anything blowing out or hasn't been a wash game or anything like that. We usually play KC pretty tough in those one score games. So
yeah.
I look forward to having high blood pressure and maybe a stroke.
Yeah. We get 2 weeks to prepare for it. I hope that my concern honestly is maybe like a Kelsey because of
Yeah.
matching up and everything. I hope that Nick Cross or even Kenny Moe can like you neutralize him a little bit because he just
Mhm.
makes up shit. He goes rover. They don't run fucking
Yeah.
plays for him. You know why he's still
Mm-mm.
playing in the league instead of being retired with his very famous girlfriend? It's because he doesn't have to run plays. He might as well be Gronkowski 2.0 at this
Yeah, you
point.
might as well. Yeah.
He doesn't, if whether he knows the play or not, doesn't really matter. I'm going to run the 7 yard route, and then I'm going to turn and look at you, Pat, and then I'm going to go left or right, and we're going to find a hole in the zone to get me the ball. They do it all the
Mhm.
time. I hope that we will be aware and adjust because I feel good about Rice. I think we can match
Mhm.
up. That doesn't mean he won't still play well at times, but I like how
Yeah.
we match up everywhere else. I am disappointed that
Yeah.
Buckner is on IR. I think that would have been better to
Yeah.
have that beef. But
Yeah. We got guys that stepped up though. I liked the way Tuamala looked. He had a
yeah,
decent game.
yeah.
Um, so I mean, I know we got
Otabor, I
guys
think
that
has
can come in and out. Yeah, he's
he's
another one.
95. He's been really good.
I'm starting to like him a lot.
Yeah, it
So
makes me think about some guys on our defensive line that are on 1 year deals that perhaps they might not get re-signed because of Tuamalu and Adebawore, who are on smaller deals, who are coming into their own, makes me wonder if a Taekwon Lewis or I think is Kwity Paye, I think is on a 1 year. It makes me wonder
Yeah.
what their contracts look like. But I know who we will need, who's been playing his ass off. Alec Pierce is turning into a dude.
Oh,
He has
yeah.
been the best big play wide receiver for 2 seasons in a row. Last year, he was the highest amount of yards per catch, meaning he's catching deep balls all day long, and he's doing it again this year. And that's going against guys that are like, Puka and all these studs out there in the world, Nico Collins and, just Jay Jeff and just Jamar Chase, all of them. He's catching all these deep balls. He's extending the defense. And I'll be honest, when that ball's going up, if it's anywhere in his vicinity, I feel pretty damn good. He's coming down with it.
Yeah,
As
he
long as
had double
he
coverage.
can catch it.
Yeah, he was in double coverage, man. And I already had my hands up. I'm like, that's his ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's his ball. That's his bread and butter, man. And I love Alec Piercy. I hope he stays a Colt his whole career. I love having him here.
Yep.
He does so much. He opens everything up.
And he's
to where, yeah. And he opens it up for Pittman. He opens it up for Downsy. He opens up everything. You could even sneak Warren out and Taylor on screens and stuff. And not to mention, on Taylor's long 83-yard run, man, he sprinted from the other side of the field just to keep blocking for him, man. I'm like, I fucking love this kid, man. Yeah. He was so good. I mean, even before they were getting the draft, I mean, we were both like, I think we should take Alec Pierce there.
Yeah,
that's a good spot to grab him because he's a do-all guy, And I'm so happy that we did, and I'm happy with the way he has progressed and he's turned out because he is a legit threat every week. I love it.
What I think is an unbelievable thing is our offense, if you really look at it, between me and you, we know our offense outside of quarterback, with all the skill players, we have been mock drafting them to Indianapolis before they become an Indianapolis Colt. I drafted Josh Downs on Madden. Before the draft ever happened, I have been seeing Alec Pierce and Michael Pittman. We talked about it. Wonderlic test, Michael Pittman. Yeah, we want that guy. We want that guy here.
Yeah.
We've been saying them before the draft happens, and we just keep nailing it and nailing every guy, every second round, every third round. We're just nailing them. And now our offense is built with all of these different kinds of guys, workhorse running back and third down pusher and a deep ball threat and just a zigzag, just shifty guy. Like we have all these different kinds of weapons. I would have liked to have seen Adonai Mitchell stay, but Doolin's nice. You give him on some.
Ashton's a homeboy, man.
Doolin's a dude, man.
Yes, he is. He's one of those cats that'll not really show up on the stat sheet at all, but he can affect a game. He's great at returning. Abdul has been a great returner. He's put in some good snaps, when Taylor needs the breather. But
we had huge kick returns in that game to set us up.
Yeah, a couple of them were called back for some bullshit, but that's, you're going to have that from time to time. The refs are going to get it wrong quite often, but there was one or two where we legit did something stupid.
Yeah.
But, we got to clean that up. But I'm overall impressed by Doolin and Abdullah running it. Usually we're not a very good return team.
No.
But, we usually don't get more than we usually don't get past the 30 very often.
Yeah.
But, we're getting at midfield quite often, and I'm liking how those guys are doing it.
Yeah. I will give a little credit to the Falcons. I thought we did well on Bijan, but I'll tell you, Algier was kicking our ass.
Yeah, he was beating us up.
I was not liking that very much. He was kicking our ass.
Yeah, I didn't either.
If this fucking ground and pound fucking running back isn't going to beat us, like this second string running back that I always talk up, and I'm like, he's 1,000-yard running back rookie year, and then they draft Bijan. And I'm always like, that he's good, and then he's over here whooping us. But thankfully, we had the best running back in the NFL on Sunday. and he showed it. I mean, he showed it. And there's a lot of tweets out there from a lot of big name profile people, and it's like, if that's not your MVP, forget it. It's just a quarterback.
Blow it up.
And I love seeing
They
that.
need to. Yeah, they definitely need to change it to and actually have an MVP award and then an MVQ award.
Yeah.
I think that's what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Or just make it, the
QB of the
NFL's
year.
top QB, QB of the year, and then your MVP can actually be a skill player or a defensive player or somebody else. Give somebody else a chance to get into the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? So
Call it the Manning Award or something. Give it some
yeah,
kind of,
yeah, just do something. You know what I mean? But it's kind of ridiculous at this point. There are quarterbacks right now who are playing at an MVP level. You can't deny that. But to see just QBs get it year in and year out and not have anybody outside of a quarterback get it since Adrian Peterson is a travesty.
What you think about, maybe it's not Josh Allen, right? Maybe it's not Mahomes.
Nope.
Probably not Lamar. It's not probably Jalen Hurts. It's not Joe Burrow. It's not the usual suspects. Wouldn't you think in a year that it's not the usual suspects? It's not to say there's not Drake Mays out there. There's not Jared Goffs out there. There's other guys playing awesome. But in a year where your usual suspects are down, wouldn't that be the right time to examine running back or receiver or something and just be like,
yeah,
oh, wait, this running back is chasing an NFL record. Oh,
yeah.
Stay tuned. We probably should watch that one a little bit close.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's done quite a bit of hurt. It has hurt the running back position a lot. And I think if you can get a running back to win the MVP, Saquon should have gotten it last year. And JT needs to get it this year, because, running backs, it's a proof that, the right running back can bring you a title.
Yeah.
And can put you into title contention if you have the right guy. Saquon's the right guy. Jonathan Taylor's the right guy.
Yeah.
So if you get one of those guys, get these guys some fucking money. JT deserves 25 at least a year. He's one of those guys. They deserve to have fucking money. Yeah. He shouldn't be out there doing all this shit and making $16 million. I mean, that's a crime in my eye.
Put incentives in there that say, playing at least 12 games or something. You're so worried about the running back getting hurt. Give them some kind of a signing incentive bonus that says, 15 million upwards to 22 and a half. Because if you play 12 or 13 games, we feel like we're going to be one of the best damn teams in football. It's okay for these owners to be like nervous. Well, these running backs, man, they get hurt. Well, yeah, they're touching it the third most times. And guess what? The center gets hit right in front of him every time, right? With hands up. The quarterback doesn't get hit every play. So guess who gets hit about every fucking play? The running back. We get it. But when your success hinges on those running backs so much, don't they deserve some of the pie? Like some legitimate. You hand me a piece of pie at Thanksgiving and it's like this big, I'm going to slap the shit out of you. You better give me a piece of pie, goddamn. Give me a piece of pie. I'll give you that dang pie. I'll take the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah, and if you don't think that, then they need to take one of those blue cream pies to the face that he gives him on the sideline. You know what I mean? So, yeah, give him some love. He deserves it. Help the running backs out, and then maybe, hopefully, that leads to some receivers coming in and getting it. So it could only help out.
Piggybacking off what you were kind of going with too, it's good for the NFL and running backs, kids at home. If people are like, oh shit, the running back can still win MVP, it's good for the NFL. Yeah. So you see the old general manager or commissioner pass away. You got the new commissioner, Goodell. Be the guy of change. Think constructively about what is good for our sport. Yes, we need to consider the fact that running backs might be the best player or most influential to success on our football team. It's not just quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah, quit sucking QB dick already. It's time to move on. Start being a little bit more fair and less biased about it, because
Yep.
I think it's showing right now. Josh Allen's not the MVP right now, for sure.
It's
You
wide
know.
open. If you're going to go quarterback, it's wide open, right? How
Yep.
can you
Yep.
really argue one over the other? Mahomes fell on his
Can't.
ass. Josh Allen just fell on his ass. Every
Mm.
quarterback has had a really bad moment, unless maybe,
Yeah.
I guess Drake may. But one argument you could have is he hasn't played amazing talent. Tampa Bay was probably their toughest game they've had all season on schedule, and they
Mm-hmm.
did play well. So
Yep.
that's probably got to be your front runner because he
Mm-hmm.
hasn't really fallen on his ass yet, right?
Yeah. Well, I would say it's right now. It's him and Stafford are probably the top two QBs
That's
up for
true.
MVP right now.
That's Stafford.
That, at least in my opinion, you could maybe make a case for Darnold, but
Yeah.
no.
He
You
has
know,
a
the
pick
second
every
half the other
okay.
day, he looked really bad.
Sam Darnold has a pick every game, and sometimes it's kind of a bad one. He's good for
Yeah.
one. Doesn't mean he's not 4 touchdowns and kicking ass
Yeah.
and has 3
True.
incompletions, but one of them, it seems like it's always a pick. So,
That is true. So,
moving on to the next game, Buffalo, Miami. Are they invincible?
mm-hmm. Yes, they
What
are.
was that game? What was that game? Miami, Buffalo. What the hell?
Well, it started out hilariously.
Right.
When, Miami, they kick off, they don't get a return, so no time comes off the clock. And then immediately, first play, Miami gets a false start, and then they use a timeout. So the game hasn't even started. You get a false start and you burn a timeout. And you're just thinking, oh, God, this is Miami.
It's about to be bad.
And it's pretty rough. But then it turns out, holy shit, Miami is dog walking Buffalo. And it's like, wow, Buffalo can't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Allen had, 3 turnovers just himself?
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, dude,
It
get it
was
together.
raining really significantly the whole
I don't
game.
want to hear that
You
shit.
don't want to hear it?
Miami's
Okay.
used to it. Miami's used to it. Buffalo's used to bad weather. I mean, these are two teams that are used to inclement weather. Miami, it does rain down there quite a bit. Buffalo, they're used to playing in sleet, shit, and snow. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter. I mean, you got to put up with the elements sometimes, and it's just like Miami responded. And they were just like, okay. So maybe I make fun of the Dolphins by using that timeout early, but maybe it was a good thing. Just kind of like, all right, guys, we've seen this shit enough.
Did you
Settle
just
down.
false start?
Did you just false start? But I'll give it to them. I mean, they looked very good, and Buffalo was probably just still really high off of beating KC and go down there, think that they're just going to be able to run it on 70% and take care of Miami. And Miami said, fuck you, dude. We still got it's something that I think that they've been lacking on almost all season. Achane had like 23 carries. It's like, yeah, that's what you want to do. You don't want to throw a yard behind the line of scrimmage every other play.
He did
You
have
want to
6
take
catches
shots.
still. He did have 6
That's
catches.
fine, and
But
that's
yeah, you gotta give
fine.
him
That's
up.
fine. Yeah, you want him to have it, whether it's you're handing it off or you're throwing him some screens or something. But he is their key, and I think that they finally went back to that old style of, yeah, we got Achane on our team, so we're gonna hand it to him and let him work his magic. And lo and behold, it opened up. So Tua threw the ball downfield. Holy fuck! And they just beat probably what a lot of people would consider to be the third or fourth best team in the AFC right now.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then so you can't count them out, I guess. So, but yeah, Buffalo's got some shit to figure out, man, if they're going to be a threat at all. Because right now they're going on the road in the playoffs. They're not going to have any home games.
No, and that was really an egg to. They allowed 3 sacks on Josh Allen, and they couldn't get Tua one time. That was pretty surprising. That tells me that Miami came in with a game plan of like, this is going to be some shit weather. We're going to run the ball.
Mhm.
We're going to be smart about how we pass. I mean, Tua, he wasn't really too bad. It was 15 of 21. He did have
Mhm.
2 picks per use, right? Because he just really doesn't take care of the football very well.
Tua.
Tua. But Bills, even though with those 2 interceptions, Bills fumbled it twice and throw their own interception. So they turned the ball over more. And honestly, if
Yep.
this game was just run back, I think Buffalo would probably beat Miami. But when you let games like that happen, it's kind of shows you like how mentally tough would you be in a crucial moment in a big game against a big team. You're not supposed to lay eggs like that. The 30-13,
Yeah.
like that's actually more alarming at this point in the season. Like you said, you just came off the Chiefs win. It's
Mhm.
not a good look.
Yeah, no. And week 10, it just seemed like this was Bizarro week. But I mean, there was a lot
I
of
miss like all my
teams that
picks.
had no business winning
I miss
were
all of them.
winning games. And, low scores,
Ugh.
just dumb shit happening everywhere. So,
2 10-7s. The 2 night games. God,
yeah.
it's so stupid.
Yeah.
And all the night games sucked, honestly. But anyway,
Trash. Yep.
we'll move on. That was a crap game. Buffalo figured out. New England is about to run away with it. Not only will you have a road game, but you might let someone else in your division have a 1 seed if the Colts or Denver can't seal
Yeah.
the deal. New England could have the 1. So figure it
Yeah.
out,
Good
Buffalo.
luck with that.
The next game, Baltimore at Minnesota. They settled for field goals. Baltimore wins this game, in my opinion, because they were willing to take field goal after field goal after field goal.
Mhm.
Rhythm's kind of there. Take the field goal. Oh man, we were really like, just let's take the field goal. They waited
Mhm.
until their rhythm clicked second half and just
Mhm.
allowed that rhythm to take them into the end zone.
Yep.
Sometimes it's a good strategy to just not press so much. If you trust in yourself, if you trust in Baltimore shouldn't trust in their defense. They really shouldn't. But
Mhm.
Baltimore hasn't been allowing more than 20 points, I think, the last 3 games they played. So if they're starting to trust their defense and now their offense, well, it's a little out of rhythm. Let's take field goals. They still score 27 on a Minnesota team. Minnesota's defense has been a little sporadic, but when you watch them in one of their good games, they look awesome. So
Mhm.
kudos to Baltimore. They just steadied the storm. They took their field goals, never got out of sorts, and they were just a more just better coached, I guess, in some
Yeah.
ways. I don't know.
Absolutely. Yep. They just kept chipping away.
Yeah.
And that's all you can do. Just take a field goal, try to stop them. Take a field goal, try to stop them, and I think that's been their mo there in the last couple of weeks. Just you're not gonna blow everybody away. Just chip away, score points, get in the end zone when you can. So and Mark Andrews had another touchdown. So I mean, he's been on fire since Lamar came back.
Yep.
Um, so Baltimore, they look like the best team in that division for sure right now. Um, Pittsburgh went over to LA and laid an egg, but
Pittsburgh's leaving the door wide open.
their door is wide open, and Lamar's just like, I'm about to walk in this bitch.
Like, wait, that door right there?
That
Ooh.
door's open. That says, oh, vacancy?
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna make me a sandwich.
You're gonna fuck around and give Lamar a home game in the playoffs? Ooh, that's not great.
Good luck with that, guys. Good luck with that.
McCarthy, I felt like he pressed a little bit, right? That's why I was bringing up for
Yeah.
Baltimore. They were comfortable, calm, collected. McCarthy got a couple of ones that got away from him, but the first one was just bad.
Mm-hmm.
He threw it into like triple coverage. Ball was in a good place. The second
Yeah.
one, they illegally contacted Jefferson. That guy
Yep.
cannot just slow down and stop in front of him. That should have been an illegal contact, 5-yard penalty, first down. The fact that they just
Yep.
let that dude just stop in front of him, I was like, what?
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not in
Yeah.
stride. That guy stopped and just,
Yeah.
I'm like, he knew what he was doing. He knew that if he
Yeah.
got in his way, he could slow. He intentionally slowed him up and then actually knocked him over. I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was fucking bull jive because we had a guy in our game, Blackman. He was standing in position.
Oh, and Mooney ran his ass over.
And he's like, boom, and he gets leveled, and they call illegal contact. And he's like, I
Yeah.
was just standing here.
Yeah.
And then you
Yeah, I
turn
didn't
around
like
in
that
that
at all.
game, and you let a pick go by a guy just running, and then trips the guy behind. I'm like, you did that shit on purpose. Come on, you gotta be a little cleaner with that. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of that either. I thought that definitely should have been called. You know, JJ's just not there yet. You know, he needs some more time. You know, he's just, you see it in him every once in a while. You can see that he's going to be a decent quarterback. He may not be an MVP candidate, you know, but he's going to give you what you need. And that's the way I've always seen him play, you know, when he was growing up in Michigan. You know, he would make some really stupid plays, but he would always make up for it. He would come back, you know, either later in that game or the next game, he would come out and he would just make some dynamite things happen. But you don't really ever see him make the same mistake 2 or 3 times. Usually he'll make a mistake and then he's up and he forgets about it and then he goes and delivers. But, you know, I don't want to see all this, you know, these different personas, you know, and everything that they got coming out, you know, on game day, I'm 9. It's just like, man, shut up. You haven't done enough yet to start saying that you're some other dude on game days, you know. God love the kid and everything, but I mean, you gotta make a name for yourself and then you can make a name for yourself. So, you know, it's just like, I don't want to see that kind of shit. You know, he's good. He's going to be good. He's with the perfect head coach. Just let it come natural, and I think he'll be absolutely fine.
Yeah. You know, speaking of college, shout out to my IU Hoosiers. What a fucking win! Ow! I don't give a fuck.
They made my butt was clenched that entire fourth quarter.
I don't give a fuck about no Ohio State. Oh, they whooped Penn State the week before. Oh, okay. You guys were at home. We went to Penn State. And how about that Illinois game? We destroyed Illinois. Y'all kind of didn't beat them very much by like 12 or 14. So shut the fuck up. We'll see you at the Big Ten title game. Tired of hearing about it.
I will say this as somebody with a lot of experience in dealing with the Ohio State fan base.
They will not shut the fuck up.
Don't fall into their trap because they will talk so much shit, and they'll forget about it real quick. Oh, yeah. They'll say, "Well, we beat Penn State by 25," and it's like, okay, well, you guys beat Illinois by what, 15? We beat them by 53. Then it's like, oh, well, don't bring up stuff from earlier in the season.
Oh, that's bullshit.
You know, oh, yeah, we're going to be national champs. Like, okay, well, when's the last time you beat Michigan? That's all you got to say to them. That's all you got to say, and then they'll get mad.
IU is the second losingest Power 5 in history. Yeah. We get it. But guess what? We're here. We're there.
That's the first time.
So,
and that is the first time Indiana's ever won at Penn State.
Yeah. And Coach Cignetti, after the game, what does he say? This team's never been here.
Yeah, this team's never been here. So cool. I mean, he's such a cool motherfucker.
Was Price of the Vikings, poor buddy, former IU alum. I believe it was last season or the year before. He had 2 fumbles in this game. I worry for his job. Shout out to Price. I hope that an IU bud doesn't get in trouble or anything, but he was kind of bad moments costing them a little bit. If he loses one, they actually fall on the other. But when you have 2 fumbles in the same game, usually you don't get to do that anymore. And since I haven't seen him out there playing in any other facet of the game, I worry for him.
He's probably on practice squad. That's probably why.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
13 penalties on Minnesota. They got to clean that up. I thought that they were kind of shooting their own ass a lot of times. They were kind of putting themselves in holes. and 2 for 5 on fourth down. They obviously had to go for it a lot on fourth down, or chose to. Didn't really do well there. So just a little bit more, like I said, execution, calm, collectiveness. Baltimore, what they're trying to show in everybody is they know who they are. And when everyone else was panicking, we were over here. We weren't really panicking, but we were speaking truths of like, Baltimore's defense is going to cost them a lot of games. They're in trouble. We even said they're probably going to be 2-5, 2-6. People will start calling for Harbaugh's job. All that stuff still happened. But what else did we say? Once that happened, we said, watch out for Baltimore, because that's a good organization and franchise with a good coach, and they're probably going to figure it out because they're a lot closer to winning than they are to losing every game. So, and here they go on a little bit of a roll right now. So, just saying, we kind of know what we're talking about sometimes. It happens.
Sometimes,
Don't ask us about Dallas or anyone else.
Not always so good at, not always so good at predictions, but, we do know the atmosphere, I guess you could say. And the temperature in the room is usually pretty close to what we think. So,
yes.
Not bad.
Moving on to atmosphere, I would say. Ooh. The New York Jets, they win again, 2 in a row off their bye against Cleveland. I put return to sender because they scored on 2 kick returns in a row, or kick return and a punt return, to be up 14-0. And obviously they would not have won that game probably had they not got both of those, honestly, to start the game.
Yeah.
Like, clutch. Kudos to them for just digging and finding ways to score. Look at the Jets. And they traded their guys away, and they still found a way to beat Cleveland.
Yeah. Yeah, I think at one point, Phil, if it wasn't his final stat, but he had 5 completions for like 30 yards.
Yeah, it was like 5 of 11. He was very Tebow-esque.
Yeah, it's a very Tim Tebow performance. But
Tebow did a lot.
If you're Cleveland, man, I don't see how you get up for any other game this year. I don't see it. To have the Jets offense put up those abysmal numbers and still come away with the win. I mean, you're like, all right, maybe if our defense plays offense.
I know it.
It's like, maybe they all just need on their defense just need to be a 2-way like Travis Hunter. Just figure out a way for those guys to come up and play offense too.
Yeah.
And then maybe they'll win. And we've been saying, I think, for a couple weeks now, I've been more stubborn about it than you have, but put the fucking ball in Shedur's hands right now. Just fucking do it. Pull the fucking trigger and just do it already. I mean, goddamn, Dylan Gabriel is not giving you anything. He's not giving you a spark. He's not doing anything to wow you.
He did not play badly, but what I think is the difference, it's not that he's playing badly. This feels like, and we'll get to that game momentarily, a Rattler Shuck. It feels like that. Yes, he's fine. Gabriel's fine. He got sacked 6 times. McDonald got him 4 fucking times. He came into the game with 3. Yeah, very good pass rusher, but he was playing below standards. Now he's on pace for a 20-sack fucking season damn near. So what would have happened if Shedur was in? No, I think Shedur would have gotten away from a few. He's elusive.
Yeah.
And his arm talent is there.
He's taller.
Just do it.
So he can see over the line, and he can probably figure it out a lot quicker than what Dylan can. Because Dylan, he takes 3 steps back. It's like, oh fuck, I'm blind. I can't see anything. He's got 6'3", 6'5" guys in his face, and he can't see over any of them.
It's like in their prime right now. If they in their prime, when there was
prime,
no
huh?
Yeah, in their prime. That's what I'm doing. Would you rather have Tua Tagovailoa at quarterback, or would you have rather had a Deshaun Watson? No problems, no issues off the court or off the field. In their prime, playing their best football of their career. I would rather have Deshaun Watson at his peak. So that's Shedeur Sanders. That's how I feel about it. You're capped somewhere. No matter how good Dylan Gabriel gets, he's capped somewhere. And Shedeur's ceiling is higher. So you have to be playing him. That's just my opinion. You just
Yeah,
have to.
I'm with you there. Yeah, Deshaun, when he was getting massages, was a top tier guy.
When he wasn't in trouble and he was getting rubbed down, he was giving you like 36 tutties with about 12 picks a year, and he was throwing for almost 5,000 yards. He was a stud.
Yeah. Damn Instagram girls pointing him out like that. So terrible. But yeah, I think you have to play him right now. I just think it's time. If you're not going to do it now, then you were never going to do it. You wasted a pick on him. Send him somewhere where he can actually get a chance. Because if you're the Cleveland Browns and you're a dog shit team, you're a dog shit organization, you have a dog shit offense, and you're still not going to put in a talented guy who we've seen do stuff with shitty teams, I would argue that Shedeur's last year or his 2 years with Colorado were basically the Browns. They were basically the Browns, but in reverse, kind of.
Yeah.
Their defense was terrible. Their offense was amazing. And they had to score 40 points every game to win anything. So he was making a lot of chicken salad out of chicken shit while he was there.
Yeah.
So give him the opportunity to do it. I would say start him these last 7 games.
Yeah.
And just call it right now. Stefanski's gone at the end of the year anyway. So do it now. Mm-hmm. Maybe you come out and if you go 500, I think you're happy. So why not do it? And if you don't win any games, God damn it, you get a top 5 pick. Shut up. It's fine.
For Cleveland, their home games they have left. They have to play Baltimore coming up. That sucks for them. They have the 49ers at home. That kind of sucks. And then they have the Titans at home. That would be their 4th game from now. Who's coming to that game is my point. It is a December 7th, and it's Titans at Browns. Who's going to the game? If Shedeur Sanders isn't starting by then, God damn, Cleveland. Like, what else can you do? Who's going to that game?
The CBS crew.
There's going to be nobody there.
And that's it. I mean, they're going to be the only ones.
And they got Bills later on, and they got Steelers later on. Those are the other fans are going to go to those games. And you're playing.
And you know what?
Probably not going to beat.
That probably wouldn't surprise me if that week, like the Colts are in a 4:00 window, or it's something where they're on Fox or something. We're going to get Cleveland, Tennessee in our region. I just fucking know it. And it's going to be that Beth bitch again. Hey, she's going to be a hemorrhoid on my ass.
If you have Shedeur Sanders in, you're a little...
they'll bring in Nance and Romo for that one.
Yeah, well, you would be more interested, obviously. That's my point.
Of course. It's the only thing that is going to put dumpers in them seats, man, is if they play Shedeur. Nobody's coming to watch your football team score 6 points. Mm-hmm. They're just not. And their defense is still keeping people under 20 all the time. But if you allow special teams touchdowns, there's nothing that they can do about it. It's not the defense's fault. But they're still playing really well. Their defense is awesome.
It just feels like frustrating because Cleveland isn't really for as bad as they record is. I actually just don't really think they're that bad a football team. I think that they're
not. They're us last year.
Yeah,
they're a quarterback away with a decent defense.
They could be middle of the pack. They could be 8-9 with the right QB. I think the rest of the talent is pretty much there and ready. So it's just a little frustrating because that's kind of where we were.
Yeah, and we know. You're one piece away, and you know what that piece is.
Yeah.
You could have that piece on your team right now, and you just don't know.
You don't know.
Because I honestly think it's the owner.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? Haslam or something like that?
I think so.
Come the fuck on, dude. If you're the one weighing him down because, oh, I don't want him to get the spotlight, go fuck yourself. It's not about you anyway. Give Stefanski a goddamn fighting chance to save the season and maybe prove that, you know what, we have somebody we could build a franchise around. And then you could still fire fucking Stefanski and go get somebody else. At least you know you have a viable quarterback who can win you some games with a defense that if you score 21, you got a pretty good chance of winning. So just enough with the shittiness. And if I was Cleveland, I would probably do what I can to vote that son of a bitch out. Or do what Irsay did back in the day, you know, when they all voted Dan Snyder out at Washington. Irsay was the only one to stop up and say, hey, this guy's a fucking scumbag. Let's get him out of here. You know, I think that's what the NFL maybe needs to start doing with fucking the Jets and the Browns, because it's always them every year that's weighing the league down. They're always the butt of every joke.
Yeah, Browns are gonna brown.
Yeah.
On the flip side, the Jets quarterback, obviously, he didn't throw a bunch. He ran around a little bit. I was impressed with Breece Hall, who was awesome. And I was like, you know, right after the deadline showing out like that, it's like, yeah, he's probably like, you forgot one. You know? It's one of those.
Yeah, I should be a Cowboy too.
There were 3 young stars that you should have traded, and I get it. Breece Hall was awesome. That touchdown to him late, Fields got crushed. Like, I was literally worried. Like, when I saw him, he had someone go at his legs. No fucking call, by the way. I put on here. Where's the fucking roughing call? Because you can't. The guy was literally diving, and his elbows and everything were out, going right to his shin. I was like, "Are you serious?" And then the other guy was hitting him up high. Didn't contact the helmet, but hit him up high. And when the ball's in the air, I was like, "Oh God, Fields is fucking on the ground
dead.
for sure."
Yeah.
And then Hall takes off and scores a touchdown, and then it just shows Fields up walking, and I'm like, what a tough fucking dude. Like, I get it. People can criticize him all you want. And he doesn't throw. But, you know, a little bit of Tebow bullshit in there. Just, he's got some heart. He plays his ass off. He'll run around. He needs the right coach that believes in him. Like, actually believes in him. Like, you know what? I like your heart. I like your toughness. Let's build this game plan. I know that he can succeed somewhere. But a lot of times it just doesn't end up happening. Like, no one really winds up doing that. So I think this is probably Fields' last year or last time starting, like, through there. Like, he's going to be someone's backup. But just shout out to him. He'll take his fucking beating and do what he can to win. So kudos to him.
Yeah. I cannot stand where he went to school at. Hated him because we never beat him.
Yeah.
But he is probably one of the most misused guys ever. And I'm looking at him as a higher percentage of melanin Carson Wentz. You know, he's just, you know, he plays his heart out for you. He puts his body on the line for your team. Mm-hmm. But for some reason it just doesn't work out. And they don't use him properly. He has a bad play caller, you know, his head coach just doesn't have the league figured out yet. And then it's like, all right, well, you know, you're in Pittsburgh. You were fucking what, 4-2, 5-2? And then it's like, oh yeah, let's just give the ball to this fucking other guy who sucks. And then ride that wave for a couple weeks, and then we'll just ship you off to the fucking Jets. Mm-hmm. So I hope they keep him. I really do. I give him another shot, but I think you're right. I think he's going to be gone. He's just going to be a journeyman guy. He's going to be a Josh Johnson. He's going to be a Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah.
And he'll just come in off the bench when somebody gets hurt, you know, and that's unfortunate because he could be a good player on a team, but yeah, I just don't. His career has been so mismanaged, and it's just I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I agree. Moving on, we'll go to the next game here. Jacksonville, Houston. Jacksonville, but they choked on a hairball.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence's hair.
I mean, wow. The fucking Jags were up 29-10 against Mills and the Texans.
Doggy Davis Mills, bro.
This one here is one of those indictments, bud, where I'm like, we've been picking them out every week or so, where it's like that kind of game there, that's not a team that makes the playoffs. I might want to put my stamp on that. I think I'm going to go and say Jacksonville is not making playoffs.
Nope. And I think Liam Cohen kind of confirmed that, after that next to last drive. He's just, I think he's had enough of Trevor Lawrence. He's just not that guy. He is not that guy. And he could maybe, thrive on another team or something, but I think his time in Jacksonville is done.
Guys like Trevor, Tua, I think there's going to be a lot of quarterbacks that could be on the move. Tua's contract, Trevor's contract makes it difficult to do. But if someone will take it, if they will actually say, yeah, we will pay some, we won't stick you at the bill, they might be able to move them. I don't know who's going to believe in those guys, but the arm talents, and they are a system of way from getting back to Pro Bowl level football, probably. I don't know exactly which system it is. You put a Trevor in San Fran, probably going to succeed. There are certain places that are just an automatic. I don't know which place it would end up being, but yes, I agree. I think Liam Cohen's going to want himself a new quarterback. That's my feeling. I feel it too. He's there. He's aggressive. He's got a certain way about doing things, and I think he's going to be like, I want my guy. I think that's how he's going to be about it.
Yep. I think that's how he needs to be about it. I think he needs to go to Shad Khan and be like, look, I don't fucking like him. So just I get him out of here, man. It's like, I know you signed him to a pretty lucrative deal, but I don't like him. I want him to not be here. So
it's that Boy Meets World. And for the people that don't know, there's a Boy Meets World skit where the two guys are meeting each other and they're talking to each other,
dapping it up,
roommates for a second. And they're like, oh, favorite color on 3. 1, 2, 3, blue.
Blue.
Favorite, hair color on a girl, blonde, whatever. And they walk away. We're like, hey, nice to meet you. And then the one guy turns. He's like, I don't like him. Right away. I don't like him. And that's the feeling I get. I'm with you completely. I get the same feeling. Liam Cohen, don't like him. He don't like
him. Don't like him at all. Do something different.
I don't like your face. I don't like your stupid haircut. I don't like
fucking nose.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I get that completely. I don't
not to mention that horrible commercial with him and Travis Hunter. It makes it look like a commercial for like an all-gay cruise line or something. Where it's like, oh, we're babies.
You're just really surprised that Travis Hunter's sister's so tall.
Oh.
Whoops. Anyway. So right out of the gate, the pick and fumble, I'm like, okay. Houston was, getting crushed immediately, right? Parker, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown catch, another fucking return for a touchdown. I'm like, okay, he's putting his stamp on it. This game's fucking a wrap, right? 17-0. Yeah. And then they got a BSPI on Jones late on Jacksonville. I hated that PI. I thought that was bullshit. Kind of gives Houston some life. They're coming back. And yeah, they scored 26 fucking points against the fucking Jags in the fourth. So they're Denver now?
Yeah, they're Denver now.
They play a team and then they go and they score all their points in one quarter.
Denver showed them how to do it last week. Yeah. So they're like, that's what we got to get our asses kicked.
Here, you got
for 45 minutes.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I see. I see the MO. We get our asses kicked for 45 minutes. and then we play football for 15 and we're good and we're not exhausted. Yeah, I like it.
Trevor Lawrence was sacked 5 times. Starts to make me wonder now after talking about Liam Cohen. He's like, does a line like him? This is a line. You know what?
No,
I just
get him
can't
out.
believe that Houston. I talked to a Jag fan before the game, and I was like,
Oh, who was that?
she was concerned that Jacksonville was gonna maybe drop an egg, and I was like, I really don't think so. Mills is pretty rough at quarterback, and they haven't been able to run the ball very well. They have to throw to them a lot. I was like, I don't see a lot of offense coming from them. I think you should be fine. And then when you see that happen, she's like, well, fuck. I'm like,
I'm
I
so
don't
sorry,
know.
Casey. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what happened. I don't understand. There was a bad call. I agree. It was horseshit.
Bad.
They gives them the
Yeah.
1 yard and then they just plug it in, and I'm like, that was bullshit. But I mean,
Well, it's just another example of, a bad call changing the outcome of a game.
yeah, it
You
did.
know, and I that you can look at that and say, all right, that's when the tide shifted. And that's when because it will deflate your defense and it will empower the offense. And it's like, okay, well, we got another shot at this. And it's like, God damn it, they got another shot at this. And it's like complete 180, and that just turns everything around. And then you can make the other team start to gain hope, and the other team loses hope all at the same time.
Yeah.
So
In
it's just one bad call is all it takes. But as long as you make that bad call in the right time, it'll swing the game.
in Jacksonville, they had time left on the clock. It was 1:20 left.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Correct me if I'm wrong. One of these games ended with the quarterback just getting crushed, and the ball was basically picked. Was that this game?
That was that game. Yeah.
So they were only up. They were only down 1. They needed a field goal. I really felt like, man, if you just get one completion, Cam Little could have that moment and have a 70-yarder.
Yeah. And that was another bad call
block.
that was made. That was made right there because the play before that, he had a completion. I think it was to Parker Washington, and just right around the Houston 40, which would have put them in Cam Little's range to knock probably a 60 or 64-yarder. And it was doable. And then they call it hands to the face on a Jaguars lineman. It's like his hand was kind of like over to the side of his helmet because he was pushing him on the shoulder pad, and his hand slipped off, and it kind of went over there. And I was like,
yeah,
you cannot call that in that spot in that game unless you are trying to shift
that's
the
like
game.
Getting called for a face mask where your hand is over here and you pull the head without
and you pull down from like the back of the helmet or something.
And it's still a face mask somehow because you pulled the helmet entirely over. That's like, that's not a face mask. He didn't grab the face mask.
He didn't do anything wrong. They should have had the ball at about the 40 or 45, I think, with about 30 seconds left on the clock. They could have run 2 more plays and then had a chance at a game winner. And I just think, sometimes I don't like to think that officiating is done on purpose to shift games and to make it, turn it into one team's favor and turn it away from another's. Momentum is real, dude. Momentum is real. But, at the same time, it's just like you can't help but look at it and think, these motherfuckers have money on the game.
Somebody
did Vegas make a phone call?
Yeah, somebody bet a little spread when the odds were really outrageous.
Yeah, it's like we had Houston, Houston minus 4.5. Can we fucking fuck this shit up, please?
Not to mention the same people may have been betting Houston to win when it was like plus 1,500 because they were down $1 million, and it's like, oh wow, you're cleaning the fuck up.
Yeah, some of those live betting. I wonder what's going on. Las Vegas.
But yeah, regardless, they had 2 bullshit calls that I would say cost them the game, but they let Houston back in, and so
Yep, they opened the door.
Yeah. Moving on to the next game, New England at Tampa. This was a solid game. I put May over Bay.
Mm-hmm.
What did you see in this game?
I saw Drake May put his stamp, I think, on the league. And I saw Baker Mayfield kind of have a kind of a comeback game because he's had kind of a couple of turds
He
here
actually
in the
played
last
pretty
few
well.
weeks. He
Yes.
played very well. I saw, and this game was like the rookie stage. You know, he had Abuka and Williams and a couple other rookies. All of them had some touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And Tez Johnson, it was like
Mm-hmm.
the rookies who were playing in this game scored, man, and they were making really big plays when they needed to.
And
And
Trevion Henderson, the star of the
Trevion
game.
Henderson,
Where the
man,
fuck
2
did that come
touchdowns,
from?
long ass touchdowns.
I honestly
And
thought Jennings was going to take some of his opportunities because he seemed to do about as good as Henderson last week when Ramondre's out. But Henderson blew the fuck up.
yeah,
I mean,
well,
wow.
Jennings got hurt. Jennings got hurt, I think, in the first quarter.
Oh, that's
And
why
he
we
wasn't
didn't-
able to. He wasn't able to come back in. I mean, Trevion was like their only option, and they
Okay.
have like somebody who was going to be able to play like emergency back. I don't remember what his name was, but he maybe I don't remember exactly what his like DeForest Johnson or something like that. I don't remember what his name was,
Mhm.
but yeah, he may have gotten a couple carries, but yeah, Trevion, dude, he was like, all right, this my big dog gonna eat.
Mhm.
So he did, and it was nice to see. This is another example, of New England having success, and I don't think the rest of the fans in the league really care about it right now because it's not Tom fucking Brady or Bill Belichick. It's a breath of fresh air. It's like they're doing it the right way. It's like they're a blue collar team, and it's like, okay, well they're dog fighting for everything.
Also,
So
maybe the world's just not ready for the Patriots to be a good team again because it really
Mhm.
doesn't feel like it was that long ago. Fuck.
yeah,
Like,
it doesn't feel like it's been long enough. But you know what? It's
no.
like we're so sick of Kansas City already that it's like, okay, we wouldn't mind if New England were competitors. We don't want New England to go to Super Bowls again, but we don't mind that New England is a good team. So, especially when, it's Vrabel. I don't know anybody who doesn't like Vrabel.
Yeah.
And McDaniels is still there. He's kind of a douche, but they're doing it with no names again.
He's
And
such like a succubus, dude. Like he's such like an urchin. Like
yeah.
he's the kind of, I don't know what the animal is. Help me out down in the comments below. He's the animal that sticks to like the underneath of the sharks as they float on and they eat something, and then they're just sitting there just getting these like little bits.
The algae eaters in your fish tank.
Yeah, basically they're like a leech. Like I just can't stand him. He looks and just acts like I kind of like that head coaching spot. If you don't want it, I'll take it. I take it. Like he's just that kind of guy. Like Vrabel, don't trust this fucking guy. I know he's been around there for a long time, and if anybody could give him a shot to be their OC and trust him, it would probably be you. But don't trust that guy. He's a weasel, man. I'm telling you.
He's a fucking weasel. That's a good name for him.
I thought, but yeah, I thought Baker looked pretty good. Honestly, May was just explosive. He wasn't all that good because he was 16 of 31, so like he wasn't like amazing, but he was explosive. Kyle Williams' only catch of the game was a 72-yard touchdown. That's pretty outrageous. Diggs is like doing what he does. I saw his one touchdown. He just beautiful ball. I'm like, man, he's still got it. Still got it.
Got that toe drag swag, bud.
I think for the Bucks, it would probably be nice if they had Bucky Irving back. For some reason, he's still very injured. Fantasy owners out there, if you're bothered by that, raise your right hand. Say,
yeah, who knows what the hell's going on there?
I know he went out with a shoulder and like an ankle, and so he's like oh, his shoulder's better, but his ankle's still not right or something yet. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
come on, man. It's
Well,
been
you kind of need both to play running back, so.
yeah. But Ibuka was good. Kate Otten was really solid. But, this was a close game. Tampa,
Have you ever
I worry about Tampa a little bit. They've lost some of their mojo a little bit.
a little. Have you ever heard Gronkowski try to say Ibuka's name?
No, I can imagine that it's pretty awful.
He says Igbigbu.
Big Boo.
Emeka Igbigbu. What a Frankenstein just monster he is. Me Gronk, me Spike Ball.
Me Spike Ball. If you've
Me
ever
big
watched,
dumb idiot.
If you ever watch Gridiron Heights, a very good Gronk on Gridiron. Anyway, was there anything else that you took from that game, dude?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
No, just it was a really good game, and if anybody got in their area got to watch that, I mean, it was a really good game. You didn't want to switch from it. So the fact that we didn't get a 1:00 Colts game, I was actually happy that they aired that here. I mean, it was an enjoyable game to watch. So I'm glad we got to see it.
Awesome. The next game I put on here, Saints at Panthers. I put on here, they just weren't horny enough.
What did I say? Panthers are going to let you down.
They weren't horny enough. The reason I say that is because J.C. Horn gave up both of the touchdowns to the Saints by falling over. Yeah. One of them, he definitely, with Olave, he was hand fighting. He tried to sell that shit. And I'm like, oh, you fucking dumbass. Like, what were you doing? The other one, he just, I guess, wasn't ready and just slipped trying to change direction and got beat. And I'm like, wow. And then later in the game, Jimmy Horn Jr. trying to get a jet sweep, and he drops the ball. More of a Bryce Young fault. But I'm like, man, they are just not very horny today.
Not too horny.
Not horny enough.
They got you got to replace the O with an A. There's got to be horny.
Horny. Okay.
Yeah, JC Horn.
But yeah, that was. I mean, Shuck looked pretty good, honestly. Shuck looked pretty good, and the way he moved the ball, it just seemed different, if I'm being honest. And you know what? Kamara, 22 carries. What? Just when I raid his ass.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
You were probably about to cut his ass.
Very close. Came very, very close. I was like, all right, if you don't do anything against the Panthers, then something is wrong, and you do not need to be taking up space on my bench anymore.
He wasn't amazing, but the amount of touches he got was very.
It was very, yeah. He had gone from maybe 13, and then it bloomed up to 25.
Yeah,
because he had a couple catches too. It's like, dude, yeah, can we get more of this, please, Kellen Moore? You fucking dick. Where's this been? Where's this been? It's like, okay, well now the Saints are like, all right, we got to win. Let's back it down. We need the number 1 pick next year. We got to stay under the Jets. So let's just, all right, Kamara, you're going to get like 10 carries. So yeah, let's just hope that doesn't happen. At least, keep him involved. Because I think that's what it is. I think if he's not involved, then he's not interested. So it's like, okay, well, we're going to call plays for you. He's like, oh, yeah, okay, because I saw effort from him. On the plays where he got the ball, he was giving effort. He wasn't like slowly moving over, and trying to pick his right holes or nothing. He was hitting it. And it's like, okay, well, yeah. Imagine that. Your best player on your team, you give him the ball and he's happy. Wonder how that works.
So when the Saints started the game, I thought they had more energy immediately. They get an interception on... Hello? They get an interception on Bryce Young. and they get called for a face mask after the ball is thrown. They get called for a face mask. And I'm like, the ball's gone. It's flying through the air. They had grabbed the face mask last second. So they negate the interception. I'm like, that's kind of horseshit. Whatever. And then, I don't know if you saw later in the game, Rico Dowdle scored his touchdown. Did you see what he did?
He didn't do any pumps.
No pumps.
You got
like,
to give us one.
Bring it in. And he's like, and I swear, what was so cool about it is in the shot, it shows like the camera and the referee is like comes into focus. And I don't think I don't know if it was intentional. I don't think the refs were moving forward. But it was so funny because I was like, my God, it's like we're living in like this alternate universe. Like it felt like it was him moving in, like in the skit.
I told you that would have been funny. I was expecting the ref to kind of just be like, "What are you doing? How many pumps is that, bro?" But I think he needs to give at least one pump. That would be fun.
In the rule book, it says any sexual movement.
Have you ever been intimate with somebody and you're going like this? I never have.
What is like Key and Peele though? They're like doing it with my bro. It's the loops. I don't know.
Eiffel Tower, bro.
Yeah. With my hands. Give my hands. Oh yeah.
A lot of Key and Peele references.
Like I said, they had a lot more energy. They blocked the field goal. It seemed like Carolina couldn't have anything go their way. Bryce Young, late interception, that was really bad. I didn't like it. It was he showed himself. I'm like you were just saying when we started, like just when you think Carolina might be, you're like showing all the reasons why they're not. And I'm like, their best corner, one of the best. We were talking about him just a week or two ago. He's the one that gave up the touchdowns. You got your Bryce Young. He's the one losing you the game offensively. I'm like, man, like, just don't bet on Carolina. I said that 7-8 weeks ago. Don't bet on Carolina, and it stays true.
I did too, and somebody shit on me for it. I was like, I told it. I was like, that just seems to be the team that once you start to believe that they're going to do something, they're going to let you down.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, I was fooled last week when they just they demolished the Packers. The Packers couldn't do anything on them.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, if they're able to hold these guys down, they should win out. Or they should at least win at least 6 of their last 7 or 8 games. But
Carolina,
they let you fucking down.
Carolina needs another receiver or another weapon. I will admit that.
Yeah.
They need to get them an Alabama or Ohio State receiver. They need to get them an Elijah Surratt in the draft. They need to get a top 3.
Oh, don't you dare sentence them to that purgatory.
I don't want Surratt to go there, don't get me wrong, but I'm name-dropping him because he's one of the elite receivers in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I don't want Carnell Tate to go there either because he's actually good.
Another thing to consider is for Carolina, how close do you feel you are if you think you're a quarterback away, if Cleveland thinks they're a quarterback away? These are teams, maybe they would say, hey, Trevor Lawrence or Tua, we're interested. You get a weapon there and a new quarterback. Who's to say what Carolina could be next year? They could be a player for a contending playoff. Like, they seem like they should be close because this is how they keep fooling us, right? They must be a little close.
Yeah, I don't mind. Hey, and now that you mention it, I don't think I would mind a Trevor Lawrence in Carolina. He could probably make that work. Different offense. I think they run more of a kind of a Clemson style-esque kind of an offense. Maybe bring in Dabo Swinney. Maybe Dabo Swinney's done with college right now. He can't do any more than there. But I think if you could bring him in.
What if Liam Cohen actually wants Bryce Young?
Then he needs a fucking exam stat.
I know.
Like,
I'm just saying.
his cat needs scanned, bro.
I'm just saying.
Don't say it again because that's an awful idea.
The last thing I would say is for Shuck, I was impressed with him, and for him to run the last 6 minutes off the clock with good pro style football. They ran all the time off late in the game. Carolina couldn't stop them. They were just little bit of little first down. He had one. It was either a run or a clutch pass, I think, on third down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, damn, Saints like just kind of stonewalled Carolina, just humbled the shit out of them.
Yep.
Like this was a game Carolina should have won. They absolutely should have. Instead, Shuck. Kudos. I mean, I liked it.
Oh, yeah.
I liked it more than any moment I ever liked Rattler. Not to say that Rattler didn't also look good sometimes, but Shuck looked like you don't have Shaheed, but you were still getting the ball to Juwan Johnson. You're still getting the ball to Olave. You're getting the ball to Kamara, and I'm like, oh shit, we just went back to the stars of your team. This is good for the Saints. Well, good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Oh yeah. Give some old his entrance music should probably be Thunder Shuck. You know, get him out there. Anytime you hear it, he throws a touchdown. Thunderstruck. You know, but yeah, and it's they're kind of another example of that. You know, Shuck comes in. Yeah, they're kind of like the Cleveland situation, where it's like, okay, old buddy Rattler was in there. He wasn't doing anything to give games away. He wasn't playing awful. It's just, I mean, man, Shuck's just a better fit.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at it, he's making the ball's getting out faster. He's making the right reads, quicker reads, and it's like if the you know the number one's not there, check it down. It's fine. Mm-hmm. But he's just a better fit than Rattler is. Now I would say keep Rattler around as a backup because he still runs everything good. Mm-hmm. You don't want him to go somewhere else or just cut his ass. You want him to be there because he's got time and experience.
What he's earned is that he's reliable. Like,
reliable.
You know that you can put him in, and he is not necessarily going to lose you the game. He did, and then when he did, they were like, let's try Shuck. But he went a long while before he was really losing you the game.
Yeah.
What he was doing was he wasn't finding ways to win it, but he wasn't losing it. So you got to keep him around as a backup for sure.
Yeah, he was playing not to lose.
Yes.
Shuck seems like he's been playing to win. So that's I think the only difference. And then, yeah, imagine what happens when you get your fucking star players the ball.
Yes.
Simple concept. But a lot of teams forget it for some reason.
Yeah. And I understand how people fall in love with quarterback, MVP. Quarterbacks are a culture changer too, right? Mm-hmm. And so I understand it. You go to Shuck, and now the culture has maybe more passing, air attack with a pro-style run. It might feel or fit. Sometimes it just fits right. Moving on to the next game, that's exactly what was going on with the Giants, but they fucked it up.
Bad.
They fucked it up. No Dart, no Dable. Fuck, Giants. You guys, I hate you. I hate the
so
Giants
much.
Right now. They piss me off so bad. You guys,
they deserve every bad thing that happens to them from now on.
They found a way to fuck it up. You lose Scatabo. Everyone's feeling for you. You got Dart. Fucking Dart and Dable are hugging each other like they're fucking family. And then he goes down with an injury. You unfortunately lose this game that you were in control of, probably because Dart got hurt. Sorry, Russell Wilson came in and didn't do much of anything. Nope. And you fired Dable. He knew at the press conference he was gone. He was fired.
Mm-hmm.
He was probably unfortunate. He was probably told you lose this game and you're fired or something because he knew at the press conference. And I'm just like, fuck you, New York. Yeah. I don't know who you're going to get, but you guys fucked that up.
What they did big time.
What they could have done next year with Dart and Dable, we'll never know.
We'll never know. And it's unfortunate because now that does nothing but hurt Dart.
No.
does nothing but hurt him. He's going to have to learn an entire new system next year. What I wanted to see done and what I thought should have happened was they should have come out and fired the defensive coordinator immediately. Immediately. He should have been the only one fired.
Yeah.
And, promote the linebackers coach or promote somebody down under him, bringing them up as the interim and just see if it changes. Because there is, for no reason, should they be relinquishing these fourth quarter leads like that. Their defense is too fucking good. They have too many good guys on that defense for them to be doing shit like that. So if I know who I have, I would rival the Giants front four with Seattle's. Seattle's is just a little bit better, but the Giants front four is right behind them. They're number two for sure.
It's just Seahawks. Everything else is better in the back.
Everything else is better too. Yeah, they got better linebackers, better safeties and corners. But it's like, man, if you see what you have there and your current coordinator is not getting anything out of them, make that move. I want to see defensive coordinators or offensive coordinators go before the head coach in some cases. Mm-hmm. And this is one of them. Yeah. I think Daboll should have been given another year.
Yeah.
Bring him in next year with everybody fully healthy and see what they could do. And the Giants just fucked it away. They're going to be I'm going to move them into the Jets and Browns category of just trash leadership, shit front office, just shit ownership. They're just terrible. They're sinking the ship down. So the Maras have now moved into my shitty fucking franchise category. That's what they need to do. Clean fucking house. If you're going to fire Daboll for this shit, fire every goddamn person in your building and bring in new people. Bring in a new GM, new head coach, new everybody. And you know what? Whatever fucking head coach they bring in, I think they ought to troll them ultimately and hire Brian fucking Daboll as your offensive coordinator. Do it. And if you do, you're going to win games.
What you're saying is when you call the Giants headquarters, when you hear the phone answer, they're like, oh, Giants headquarters, yeah, you fired.
Yeah, fired, bro. Yeah. Done. Call it fucking done. And it needs to happen.
I let my passionate take go. Now I'm going to bring it back down.
Mm-hmm.
To a serious note, do you think that Daboll was fired because they intend on hiring Lane Kiffin, the Ole Miss?
If they are intending on, if they let Daboll go for Lane Kiffin, fuck him. I don't care. Fuck him. I don't care. You can't do that. Just because Lane Kiffin, remember Lane Kiffin with the Raiders? Yeah, neither does anybody else.
It's Dart's college coach, though.
I don't care. Okay. I don't care. That's not anything that you can sit there and tell me that's worth giving this dude the boot for. This guy won a goddamn playoff game when they were just ass back in the day.
Yeah.
Led them to a playoff win. And it's like, you've given him nothing but shit to work with. And the kids are getting fucking hurt. And he can't help that. He can't help that Scatabo had a freak roll up on his ankle and snapped it in half. He can't help that their field, which is another thing that the Maras are responsible for, their shitty ass field took out their number one receiver. That wasn't Daboll's fault. He doesn't do the maintenance in the field. So, how about this? Fix your fucking field and give the guy a fucking another shot. I mean, I don't know why. It's just some of these people are just so fucking stupid. They shouldn't have their money. They really should not have their fucking money. It should all be taken away from them and given to competent people.
You were saying before that the defense was a problem, though. Okay?
It obviously is.
Lane Kiffin, plays. He's in the SEC, right? Who is his dad?
I don't care.
I don't think care. That's what they're doing. I'm not saying I'm happy with it either. I'm just saying the father of the Tampa 2 was
Monty Kiffin.
Monty Kiffin.
But I don't care. Lane is not going to work in the NFL. He just won't.
Maybe not. But to me, if they don't do that, they are completely inept. If they do the Lane Kiffin, then I'm pissed off, but they clearly had a plan. If
Yeah.
you're going to break Dart's heart and Scatabo is going to be like, oh man, that sucks on the fucking sidelines with half a fucking ankle. If you're going to do that, then you're bringing in Lane Kiffin. If you don't bring in
No.
Lane Kiffin, what awesome coach are you bringing in? That's all I was saying. Just generally, it's an awful fucking take, but it has to be Lane Kiffin. Otherwise, like you said, the Giants are just awful. They're trash. Like,
God awful. I feel sorry for any Giants fan.
yeah.
Your team just made the ultimate worst decision they could have made. And you know what? I hope they suck for the next 5 years. And if they do bring in Lane Kiffin, make it 10. Because that would tell me that this fucking dude, that's probably something his kid told him. Hey, maybe you guys should bring in the coach for this guy who had a lot of success in college. He didn't have success in college. Sorry. He had good stats, but he didn't have success.
But wait, his son told him Jaden Daniels, and that would have been a good choice.
Yeah, then let his kid run the fucking team. That's what I would do. I would say, all right, I need to get out because I'm an idiot. Maybe my son will make some decent decisions and bring in the right people, and I won't look like such a dumb shit. So blame it on the kid. Fine, he'll take it. But yeah,
Dirk,
you trade away Saquon, you miss out on Jaden. You know, come on, man.
And right when you thought they were fixing it, right? They like got so fucking lucky. Yeah, Scatabo, you got Dart. Holy shit, they got a future. It's right there. Oh no, we suck again.
Yeah, let's get rid of the only chance that we had for next year.
Yep.
To have anything resembling I mean, they were going to be the funnest team to watch every week, no matter what. Mm-hmm. New York needs something right now, I think. They need something to be happy about. But fuck if these guys are just doing it to themselves. Yeah. I mean, they just cannot. I mean, in New York City, there's a lot of smart people in New York City. Mm-hmm. There are also a lot of dumb ones. They are all finding their way to the New York sports fucking teams.
Yeah.
Outside of the Yankees, they're about the only ones doing anything. But fuck, dude, you've got to find somebody smart enough to do this.
And the Knicks.
Okay, I'll give it. Fuck the Knicks though, but they're okay, I guess.
Anyway,
I can't hate Jalen Brunson.
Flipping to the Chicago, because like Dart, he gets hurt on the fumble. He doesn't come back.
So bad. And was that a fumble though?
I think so.
I mean, because I like to think that he was down before it came. Like I saw it move a little bit on his way down, but I thought he had kind of regained it. And then once he hit the ground, it fell out. But you know, might as well kick the fucker while he's down, right? Why not?
Fumble. No.
That was a fumble too. You almost died, and by the way, you cost your team.
You know why you couldn't hold on to the ball? Because your shoulder was out of place. But you know, it's fine. We lost the game. It's fine.
It's okay. Everything's fine. Coach is fired. We're okay. You got your coach fired, but you're fine.
I thought that one of the reasons Chicago won, ironically, was because Caleb was doing Dart things. He was running around a lot and really being evasive. And he's honestly looked comfortable the more he's ran. It seems like when he's running around, he doesn't forget what he should do. Like he stops thinking so hard about it, and he's just playing more naturally. So I'm like, Caleb is starting to like get his rhythm sooner in games and not play too erratic. And I had Bears fans freaking out like, oh no, this is going to be awful. Dude, Gardner Johnson was awesome. He had 2 sacks in the game. He led the team in tackles. And I'm like, and you guys thought this was going to be a problem. Now, stay tuned because you never really know week to week. But Gardner Johnson is a very, very good defensive back. The issues he has are he can be inconsistent, but he really helped them win the game this week.
Yeah, he was a big part. But don't worry, one week he'll forget to take his meds, and then he'll just completely wipe out. But
Oh.
yeah, Caleb Williams finally got out of the fucking pull ups, man, and it looked like he still has erratic times, but I think his erratic times are the third quarter. That's usually when you see him kind of play bad, and
Right.
it's like you just come out of halftime, your muscles are kind of rested, and it's hard to get going again, but. You
Yep.
know, he when he got into the fourth quarter, man. I mean, he turned it on,
Hmm.
and I think they realized, oh shit, a lot of teams aren't expecting him to pull down the ball and run because he's a pass first guy. Always, you never really see him take off, and it's like we might have found a wrinkle here
He
because when he
prefers to,
ran, he looked
yeah,
good.
he prefers to improvise. I actually think that at times, in key moments, he gets a little antsy in the pocket. I think he would
Yep.
really rather get moving a little bit. He's not. I don't wouldn't call him a natural pocket passer, but
No.
usually over half the game you can rely on him to pocket pass. It's just you gotta be like, let him go do him. The problem
Mm-hmm.
is as a younger guy, he has gotten himself into. Well, he ran out of bounds, -1 yard. It was 3rd and 5, and well, now we're punting, and it just seemed like stagnant moments of just kind of holding the offense back.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's got running backs he can rely on. He's got receivers. DJ Moore did go down with an injury. He kind of came back, but he was pretty ineffective in the game. I think he did not catch a single pass. Ask me how I know.
Yeah, they had
Um,
I think 6 drops too.
well,
Awful.
yeah, it was. I think it was 0 for 4, 0 for 6, somewhere in there. Yes. Dunze was good though. That's the good thing
Doomsday was
with DJ
amazing.
or with Caleb Williams is because he has other receivers, and obviously he's got one that's been emerging as his number one, and he's got 2 tight ends, he's got 2 running backs. It's like I got 2 of everything, so we're good. And it's
Mm-hmm.
Ben Johnson is doing a good job. He's doing a solid
Yep.
job. Those weird things early in the season, he's been working the kinks out and getting his DNA onto the offense.
Ooh,
Gross. But that's what
scary.
he's doing. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, he's skeeting all over that locker room, isn't he, bud? Uh, yeah,
Skate,
no,
skate,
but
skate.
genuinely though, I think Caleb Williams is getting better at situational football.
Mhm.
Um, he understands, hey, it's 2nd and 9.
Mhm.
If I don't have anybody open in the first 2 reads, I'm just going to take off and run.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, that seems to be a good recipe.
Yeah.
Because if you can get it in third and manageable, that's when they do pretty good, and then you can go for it on fourth down and get it.
Yeah.
But I'm not like you can't put all the bad shit on him. Like I said, the receivers this week had 6 or 7 drop passes,
Mhm.
so they were not helping him out at all. It wasn't necessarily him putting the ball in the best of spots either. I mean, throw could have been a few inches off or a little bit behind, but
Mhm.
the guys were still getting their hands and bodies on it, and it's like you gotta find a way to bring those in.
Mhm.
And I just think he's getting better at understanding what they need
Mhm.
and what time it is.
Yeah.
Let we got to get this here. We got to do this here. This we need to attack this area of the field. Blah 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 blah.
Mhm.
I think it's starting to make sense with him. And
Yep.
he's actually got some big boy undies on now.
Yep. They are playing better football. I believe the Bears are 6-3.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What?
What could have been, huh?
Wow. So anyway, moving on to the next game, we have Arizona Seattle. Wow, is this one really bad, really fast?
Mm-hmm.
I think that the S stands for Super Bowl.
Oh.
35 nothing immediately. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised we haven't been trolled by anyone just to talk shit, about Jacoby. Jacoby didn't
Mm-hmm.
do much of anything to lose this game. Seattle's just overwhelming.
Mm-hmm.
Overwhelming. They took the ball twice early for touchdowns. You're like, oh, fuck. Lawrence, both times. Like you keep
Mm-hmm.
saying it. DeMarcus Lawrence is Seattle. He
Remember, he's
is
there.
a
Yeah.
maker for them. He is killing it. Um, the one Achilles heel to the game for Seattle really was they get their center hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows how long he's going to be out? He immediately fumbles a snap, which costs them a drive, and then Cardinals are able to score off of it. And they threw one pick and stuff, so they actually had 3 turnovers total to Arizona's 2. That was kind of surprising. So the one negative from the game with Seattle was they actually turned the ball over a little bit, but when you get up 35-0, you're good.
You get a little bit of ground, yeah. But I'm still, if you can have that many turnovers and still win by fucking 30 points, I think you're good.
Yeah.
But you have a little bit of flexibility. Anytime you have that kind of a defense, you have a little bit of flexibility. So you can still be aggressive early.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to worry about it. I throw an interception, my defense is going to bail me out every time.
Yeah.
So
Seattle's defense was awesome. I mean, they had 2 goal line
amazing.
stands. When they weren't taking the ball away, the Cardinals were right there. They didn't 4th and goal. No, you can't have it. Did it 2 times. Darnold only went 10 of 12 in the game.
Yeah.
Because he didn't
need him to do anything.
Yeah.
I guarantee you he loved that shit. He probably didn't even need to take a shower.
Yeah. Seattle had 5 sacks. I mean, people aren't talking enough about Seattle, bud.
So good.
They're scary.
I'm gonna love to see them and the Rams again, man. That's what I want to see.
I'm disappointed that we have to play them.
Yeah.
I'm like,
well,
yeah,
I mean, if we
we
need that shit.
If we can just keep ourselves from getting our asses kicked, because they're playing that kind of style that it's like, man, I just hope we don't get our ass kicked. That's all.
Yeah,
I just don't want to see
I'm
that.
actually really, really happy that we have that gauntlet style schedule to end the year, because that's going to get you ready for the playoffs.
Yes.
You're going to have at least 4 playoff atmosphere games. So, and one of them is a Monday nighter. So you're going to have to play your fucking best, and you have to get focused, because 1 or 2 of these guys knock you down. I mean, that's not the end of the world, but you want to at least be competitive, like you said, and win the games that you're supposed to win. If we can as long as we can take care of Houston and Jacksonville, I'll be happy. It's like, I would understand a loss to the Seahawks, on the road, or, the Chiefs on the road. I could see that happening. But, so it's going to get them ready for the playoffs. So I don't mind that kind of a schedule. So
you just don't.
It's going to be some tests. I don't. Yeah, I don't want it to be like a 42-10, just shellacking.
We got to come on here. We got to come on here and talk about we didn't play very good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's probably the way it is. But then I could see us in Seattle being a fucking 42-35 game, and neither defense being able to stop shit. It'd be one of those backwards ass games where the offense is just so good on both sides. Can't do anything. Who can make one stop?
With Arizona, Jacoby played a fairly good game. The defense against him was awesome. Probably gonna be the hardest defense he plays all year. He played a fine game. He was finding Harrison. He was finding McBride. That's the reason he's in the game. I honestly thought the 2 times they failed on the goal line, they went to Bam Knight, and honestly, it seemed like DeMercado had the hot hand. I don't know if he's still in trouble, but he only had 4 carries for 64 yards. So I was just kind of like, he keeps breaking these big ones. Why is he only getting the ball a couple times? Like, I don't understand that. Gannon must not be over it.
I was going to say, how many body shots did he take from Gannon? That's another question. We're going to have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, that's it for them. But, the next game, Detroit, Washington. Something about the 4:00 games, just to spoiler alert, they were all awfully over early.
Very quickly.
Lions mauled DC. First 3 drives, touchdowns. Then you had Trump on there for a minute. Then you had a Debo one-hander. That was cool.
That was really good.
But the Lions scored on every drive until they brought their backup in. Every single drive they scored.
Yep. Yeah, it
Ralph.
sucks. You know, Amon-Ra's TD. He did the
Yeah,
Trump dance, and then he got punched for it. So
he did. But I
yeah, he
don't know what
did.
the fuck was it. Payne, Deron Payne.
Yeah, Deron
I don't
Payne
know
punched
what
him, and
I have
it's
to
because he
like.
did the Trump dances right after he did that. She's like, "All right, dude, I don't like you."
Is that it was in same? It was the same
I
exact
think
like
so.
moment.
I can't say with
Okay.
100% certainty, but I think that's when it happened. But still funny. I mean,
I
you
was
get.
like, what did he
I
say?
don't
Like
think it was him, but one of their other defenders was in Goff's face clapping. It's like, dude, you're down 14-3. You just got a penalty, and they're in the red zone. Shut the hell up. God damn it. If I was a head coach of any team and I saw my guy doing, I'm like, no, just sit the fuck down. You ain't nobody, dude. You're not doing anything. You're hurting the team. Sit the fuck
listen,
down.
what we have here is the best in the world. It's one of the best. I've known him for a very long time. Debo Samuel, he's a great player, very understanding player. But Jared Goff, probably the MVP. Maybe it's Gibbs. I don't know. One of those guys is probably MVP. Only reason we lost, you know.
You're going to get us fucking canceled, dude.
What?
How dare you?
Anyway, I was told I'd do a decent Trump, so I had to do it. Anyway,
It's not the worst I've ever heard.
yeah, the Lions crushed them. Like I said, they're kind of like us. They have two MVP guys. Daniel Jones removed himself after the last 2 weeks, so now we'll see if Goff can maintain. The Lions are a machine. It's disappointing when you see them lay eggs, but they're awesome.
Yeah.
So
Well, Dan Campbell was the one calling plays. I think he had it. I think he had a personal issue with the way last year ended, so he wanted to prove a point.
yeah. The next game, because again, these were kind of snoozers. You got Rams, San Francisco. It wasn't very close. Do you have anything you want to say about Rams, San Fran?
Breaking news confirmed: Matt Stafford is a fucking cyborg. He's a plant. His back wasn't fucked up. He went into there, and they sucked his brain out, and they put it into fucking Ultron, and now he's here in the flesh. He has ascended into his final form because there's no fucking way that he's doing this at this age.
To be
There's just no
fair,
way.
he's not getting hit. So
I
if
know.
you have a bad back and you don't get hit, then you honestly
You feel
it
pretty
gets
good
better.
about it.
Every week he's healthier, and it's like we're probably doing something wrong on defense here because
Yeah,
we shouldn't do that.
well, I think the linemen know that if Stafford gets sacked, it's a fucking $3 million fine. So, yeah, or you got to go outside and clean the poop off the sidewalk.
I'm gonna look up real quick the least sack QB in 2025. I know it has to be. Oh, guys that haven't played. What a useless fucking thing. All right.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah.
he's
Hey,
got.
Riley Leonard hasn't been sacked yet at all this year.
It said Teddy Bridgewater. What the
Fuck out of here! God damn it.
Anyway, no, they're awesome. Puka's awesome. If they have everybody in, everybody healthy, Kyron Williams, they're another one of those juggernauts. The NFC, to their credit, they have a few teams built like they look like a juggernaut. I mean, we just went through those 4 o'clock slates: Seattle, Detroit, and the Rams. Man, if any of them are playing each other, what a hard fucking choice of who's gonna win.
I can't wait, man.
It's gonna
I
be
can't
so
wait
good.
to see these guys start playing each other.
Oh.
Dude, the playoffs are going to be so good this year. They're just, oh my god, it's setting up to be probably one of the best ever.
It doesn't feel like there's one team at the cream of the crop. It feels like there's like 5 or 6 that are.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Like it's not going to be like week 16. It's like, oh, we know Kansas City's going to get the 1 seed, or we know Philly's going to get the 1 seed. You have no fucking clue right now. You have an idea of who will make the playoffs, but it's like, nah, you have no idea who the top seeds are going to be yet.
It kind of makes you feel like health and seeding are going to matter the most of anything, because that's
so San Francisco's out.
Yeah. I think they are. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. They play with a lot of heart, and they still have a lot of talent. Juwan Jennings he's like an unsung hero for them. They just are so unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
But Kittle's back. They get Pearsall back in a couple weeks, maybe. Then they have another guy.
Yeah.
They get Purdy. So their team, when we play them, they might not look too bad on paper. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
The Sunday night game was ironically the best of the night games this week, but it really had the potential to be just as much of a snoozer as the other two.
Yeah.
The Chargers beat Pittsburgh. For all intents and purposes, Pittsburgh is who we said they were. It's fine that we got beat. That's fine. People have bad games, bad things happen. It's fine. But when we left that game, we told you they're not very good on offense. 10 points. We tried to tell you guys that they're not very good on offense. You know what the Chargers didn't do? They took 5 sacks and they didn't give a bunch of points away in field position. They actually managed to block with their tackles a lot better than I expected. And they kept the fumbles away and the interceptions away. And it's like, oh no, Pittsburgh's going to have to go 70 or 80 yards for points. That didn't work. That didn't work for them. They couldn't do it. We saw that when we played them. They don't really move the ball very well.
They're very turnover and short field dependent.
Yes.
If they have a short field, hey, everything's great. If you have 3 or 4 turnovers, you're probably going to win.
Pittsburgh is a good team, but they are not a great team.
No.
So
they're not winning that division.
Yeah.
Still not going to win that division. I wouldn't be surprised. What are they now? 5 and 4?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they finished 500. 8 and 9, 9 or 8.
9 and 8.
8 or 9, 9 and 8.
Got to keep his drive alive.
That would be. I think that is their ceiling.
Ravens are only 1 game back.
Yeah, and they have to play them twice.
We all know Ravens are winning this division. Stop it.
I think we all know now.
We all know this.
Yeah. Looking at it now, yes, they're going to do it. They're going to have a home playoff game against a team that's better than them. So, I mean, sucks being right all the time, but Pittsburgh's ass.
The Chargers, they got a safety on Aaron Rodgers early in the game. People kept telling me, "Gosh, is this a baseball game? I thought the World Series was over," because it was like 3-2, then it was like 5-2 or 5-3.
Yeah, blah blah blah. There's always some smart ass when somebody scores a safety. Oh, this is the baseball game.
Oh, some smart.
Shut up, assholes. Just let it go.
I put on here the Chargers sustained drives. They ran the ball better, and they spent more time and had more plays. They were just literally they win this game. They got sacked 5 times. They win the game because they were cohesive on offense. Yeah. It was really because Pittsburgh's offense wasn't cohesive that they lost.
Yeah.
So and that's
they're not on the same page yet. Not on the same page yet, and they are absolutely no threat to anyone. As long as you play sound football on your end, you're going to win. That's all you got to do. Just don't turn it over. Don't put the ball in bad spots, and you're going to beat them every single time.
You know what they showed? Pittsburgh showed themselves that they should have been in the receiver market.
Yep.
The fact that they didn't get Shaheed, they fucked up.
Yep. Shaheed
makes that team quite a bit better on offense. They didn't get Jacoby Myers. You didn't want to give up a 4th and a 6th? You're joking.
Then you don't want to win.
You don't really want to win that bad, right?
No.
I mean,
if that was the fucking asking price.
Calvin Austin and Roman Wilson and Ben Skoranek, you know what those guys are? Those are all 3 through 5. They're solid 3 through 5. But you don't have a 2.
Yeah.
You got 3 tight ends you like, but you don't have a 2 on receivers.
Yeah, Jonnu Smith should absolutely be there too.
I mean,
I don't know why he's not getting used enough. You got
Jonnu, you got big boy Johnson. What's his name?
Williams.
Johnston, and you got Freiermuth. You got 3 tight ends you love. two running backs that are serviceable, but you don't
Mhm.
have a true receiver two next to DK. So you're just plugging a bunch of these kind of guys. You're just like filling them in.
Yeah. You got DK Metcalf, and then you got return guys.
Yeah.
You need an actual sound wide receiver. You
Yes.
know,
They need a
get
Zay
somebody.
Jones or somebody that's like a chain mover
Yeah.
or some kind of guy, and they didn't go get any of them. Like,
None of them.
come on.
Yeah, they could have absolutely probably should have made a move on somebody, but
Dare I
know.
say they should have got a 3-team deal and got Adonai Mitchell. They should have went and got something.
Dude, I don't know if I want him going there. But
I don't want him going there. I don't want him going anywhere, but he's gone.
yeah, but yeah, he would probably give him that kind of like a Martavis Bryant vibe.
Hell yeah, he
you
would.
know, over there. So
Number 10.
you know, I don't want that shit.
Me either.
He killed us quite a few times.
Yep. The final game of the week, Monday Night Football. It was 0-0 at half. What a great game. I'm so glad that I did not stay up to watch any of this game because I didn't miss much. But let's cover what we did miss. We did miss yet another illegal tush push that even Troy Aikman and the commentators were in talking about. Well, I really thought that was an offsides. And it's like, yeah, we all thought that. We saw, I played this back live because I'm like, in slow motion, it's easy to see that the left guard jumps. As a matter of fact, it's almost always the left guard that jumps. Sometimes the right guard, but it's almost always the left guard. And then I was like, let me play it live. And I played it live, and I was like, yep, I seen him. He still jumped way early than everybody else. So, and they called the Green Bay for their tush push. And I'm like, all right, the NFL has made it clear. Philadelphia's going to the Super Bowl. They may lose like Kansas City did, but they're getting the same fucking treatment that Kansas City has gotten all these years. They've made it clear. That was horse shit. Like when you're going to be that blatant about it, you know what you're going to do? You're going to get the tush push banned. The owners are going to come back and they're going to switch on you guys. They're going to demand to be voted on. They're going to ban the fucking play. Good job.
Yep. They're not. I don't think they're going to sit there and they're going to ban the play without banning the play. They're going to ban pushing from behind.
Yes.
That's what they're going to say. You cannot push behind another player.
Which really, that sucks for the game. You imagine
it does. Because, how many times has JT been stuffed at the line and, Tyler Warren comes around and gives him a shove, or Pittman shoves him from the back and he gets 2 yards for a first down.
And those aren't the egregious plays you're trying to outlaw, but that's now what's going to happen because they already fucked up the tush push. And they're like, well, how do we find a way? Like you just said, well, you're not allowed to push.
They're going to do what they always do. They're going to do what they always do, and they're going to call it player safety. Even though they don't give a fuck about player safety. They don't give two shits about it. But it's when you got the both offensive and defensive linemen getting so low, they're going head to head so much. And then you take a risk of hurting your quarterback by running into him from behind or tearing his knee up or his ankle up, some shit like that. They're always going to use player safety as a cop-out, even though they don't give two shits. I about guarantee you that's how they're going to do it. It's terrible.
It's annoying. Every person is 6 foot tall just about, which is exactly 2 yards. So they shoot forward, they lay on the ground. The quarterback goes in there, and then the people behind him push, and it's like, guess what? You're going to fall on top of the player laying on the ground where no one else can really get over him. He's getting trampled. I guarantee when he's down there, he's got them fingers pulled in because he's going to get him stepped on if you don't. And he's just laying there waiting for the bullshit to be done. And they're going to get usually 2 yards every play because, again, they're 6 foot long. And the one thing you wish you could do is just be like, when I see those guys moving early, I'm going to call false start.
Yeah, you could knock that shit out. You could be consistent.
How
about consistent officiating? That would be great if they focused on that shit. Just make them full-time employees, for fuck's sake.
So later in the game, the Packers had the ball. I think it was like about midfield. It was a 4th and 9. I would have liked to have seen the Packers punt, clearly this game was very defensive driven, and it was 0-0 or 7-0. I would have liked to have seen them punt the ball. They didn't. They go for it. Dumb. They get great field position for Philly. The fourth and one, the Packers, I feel like they just ran it to the wrong side. He's standing there, and the way the line was looking, Josh Jacobs was on his right side, and he's looking at the line, and the line you could see, it might work on the right, but I thought it was really going to work on the left. He hands the ball to Jacobs, and it ends up being a counter where he goes left, and then he's supposed to go right. The right got completely fucked on the 4th and 1.
Yeah.
And I thought immediately, like, the left looked better. If you want him to go right, bring him on the other side of him and then hand the ball so he has more streamlined run to go through there.
Yeah.
But you're making him do a counter play on 4th and 1. That's what it is. When you hand the ball and you still make him go against his momentum, he's reaching here and now has to run that way. That's a counter. That's not a good idea on a 4th and 1. It's really.
Well, I want to say they were lined up in the fucking pistol on that too.
They were either pistol or shotgun, depending on.
Come the fuck on! Stop!
I know.
I mean, sometimes it works, okay, but I mean, never fucking run a goddamn running play on 4th and short with a fucking pistol or shotgun formation. You have no momentum. Defense has all the momentum, and you're 4 yards behind them.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on. Wake the fuck up, people. This is so stupid. That's stupid football.
Yeah.
I hate seeing it. And every time I watch a game, no matter who's playing, and they do that shit, I change it. It's like, I'm not going to take this shit seriously. I'd rather watch fucking Martha Stewart cook some fish. It's retarded. Sorry.
Dobbs goes down in this game. So the Packers were hurting at receiver quite a bit. Golden came in out. So they were probably like looking around going, wait a minute, is that Chris Watson's my only receiver that's healthy?
Hello?
Wait a minute. What's going on? Am I being punked?
Yeah, they should get that Commanders dude that jumped out of the stands and tried to fight the Lions long snapper. Get him to go out there and run some routes.
I didn't see that. No, you got Kraft.
So dumb.
Kraft is out with an ACL. So, like, the Packers were really depleted. So I think that plays a factor.
Yeah.
The Eagles.
Musgrave isn't a turd.
No, he's not. But Kraft was starting to have
much better, yes, but he's still not a turd. Like they should still target him, I think.
Yeah. So Philly's up 10-7. They have the ball now, and they're going to try to seal the game. They fail to do so, right? But they're in field goal range for probably a 53 or 4-yard field goal. It's 4th and 6.
What kind of a play call was that, though?
They throw a 40-yard ball. What are you doing? He wasn't open. A.J.
Brown wasn't open at all.
There was 2 guys coming in. One of them was on top of Brown. He wasn't open. And they decided to throw that ball. And I'm like, it was 4th and 6. You would really rather try that. See if they are out of position to get an easy touchdown instead of kick a field goal and go up 6 with like 30 seconds left, knowing they have to go the length of the field then probably with you have to get a touchdown, and they have all their people hurt. Even if you miss, that's the same as going for it like a dumbass.
Yeah. Well, or fuck, even punt it. Even punt it.
Then. Yeah.
Do something like that.
To be like, you know what, we're going to pin you on the 1, and Jalen Carter's going to end the game, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That would have been like puff out your chest.
Yeah.
But no, they go for it on 4th and 6. Like, no. That's not really puffing out your chest. That's just being arrogant and stupid.
No.
You pin them on the 1-yard line, Packers aren't going to win the game, right?
No.
But they decide to fuck around and find out. And they give McManus, who has had a notoriously long leg in the past, but he was in Denver, a 64-yard field goal. It was way off. Disappointing.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened.
But you have to feel like Philly got away with one. And you're like, really?
Yeah, just a bonehead decision. It's like, what are you doing at that point?
For Green Bay, you lost 10-7 to the champions. You probably feel like, damn, we let that one go.
Mm-hmm.
And they've had that happen a few times this year. I don't know
Yeah.
what to take from the Monday Night Football game, honestly. That one just feels like just throw it away and don't think about it ever again.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing that a lot of people couldn't watch that stinker on YouTube. They had it blocked for a reason, so I think people should probably thank YouTube for having it blocked, so you didn't have to suffer through that turd.
Yeah. But that was everything that I saw and stuff from this week. Was there anything that you saw?
A lot of bad football. Just
a lot of
bad football, but well, it's not necessarily the blowouts. Just like some of the decisions that were made, man. It's just felt like Bizarro World.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you guys get paid millions for this shit, and I'm sitting here making bullshit, and I know better than that. It's like, fuck you guys.
Let's see.
Give me your job for a week.
I would say Tampa was a favorite at home. So we'll call them a favorite. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that's 4. I guess it's just 4. 4 favorites lost to teams they probably shouldn't have lost to.
Yeah, well, I mean, even then, I don't think it was necessarily the amount. It was just who.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was the who more than the how many. But
yeah.
But you just get, so many bad play calls, so many just bad executions, bad coaching.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, God, give me a chance, man. Somebody just throw me a fucking bone. New York, throw us a bone.
I don't claim
we'll fix
to be a great play caller or anything. I promise I'm not. But
no, we're good judges of characters.
As an advisor, I feel like I could advise ideas that are probably good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the play call, but on the certain plays, I'd be like, yeah, I don't think we should run it on this play.
Yeah, if we're 4th and 2, let's not line up in the shotgun.
Yeah, let's punt it here.
Yeah, let's just get fucking drunk at halftime, and we'll just see what happens. We'll have some fun. That's what it looked like. A lot of bachelor party football.
The one thing that I don't like is the 4th downs are at a high amount now, going for it, right? Which is taking special teams out of the game. They already changed the kick returns. I think, honestly, they've kind of done a good job copying XFL and UFL, whatever. They copied them. That one actually has brought the play back because now they're not allowing people to touch back, basically. So now every single play could be a play. And the way that the blocking schemes are, people are actually being strategic. So they brought that back, right? But they're trying to get rid of the onside kick because of it. And then they're going to replace it with like a 4th and 20 or 4th and 25. And it just feels like at some point we're going to have almost no special team plays at all. And sometimes when you ask the Jets, those are the things that win you a football game. So I'm just saying there's 3 sides of football: offense, defense, special teams. Just saying.
Yep.
Just saying.
Yeah, don't kill one of them. I don't understand. I understand that if you're like on the opposite 45 and it's 4th and 2, 4th and 1, you're right outside of field goal range and you don't want to fucking punt it.
Right.
I understand going for it, or even 4th down at the goal line.
But when it's 4th and 6,
yeah,
you think you would go
4th and 3 or more, you're not good. You shouldn't go for it ever.
Right.
You should punt it.
There's got to be analytics out there per yard, because I feel like I am seeing many 4th and 4s or longer fail. So why are they still doing it?
I don't know. There's some people just have a bug up their ass, and our head coach isn't innocent in it by any means.
No, he's not.
But I mean, what he is deciding makes sense a little bit more this year.
His aggression is within a few yards. He just it's it's like he's already just decided, like it's his belief. It's Dan Campbell-esque. 4th and 2. Oh, we're not even gonna consider punting it. And I'm like, that's fine. You want to be that way. Well, it's important to note The Lions have not won a Super Bowl yet. So you could point to that style as maybe being something that you will lose a game on when you have to win 3 or 4 in a row in the playoffs. You have to win 3 or sometimes 4 in a row. So can you do that being that aggressive? That until the Lions win, or we don't, it's going to be telling if it's a possible thing, if it's actually possible. I don't know.
Yep. We'll see what happens for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We'll be bringing you more content. The holidays are coming, so stay warm and keep watching football. We'll see you.